If you're looking for an awesome product at a great price, be sure to check out the link in the description. Massive quantities of an invasive seaweed, Rugulopteryx okamuri, are overwhelming Spanish beaches, posing a significant threat to the region's delicate ecosystem. Originating from Southeast Asia, this aggressive alga has inundated the Strait of Gibraltar and Spain's southern coastline, creating an environmental crisis of unprecedented scale. Since May, the city of Cádiz alone has removed a staggering 1,200 tons of this seaweed from La Caleta, its most popular beach, a figure that includes a single day's haul of 78 tons. Local officials describe the situation as utterly overwhelming, an environmental catastrophe unfolding before their eyes, with westerly winds consistently bringing fresh waves of the invasive species. The alga's arrival is attributed to ballast water from ships traversing the Suez Canal, a common vector for the introduction of invasive marine species. In just over a decade, this tenacious seaweed has colonized a vast expanse of territory, spreading from the Strait of Gibraltar to much of Spain's southern coast, encompassing the Canary Islands, the Azores, and even extending northward to the Cantabrian Sea and the Basque Country. First spotted 10 years ago in Ceuta, a Spanish enclave in North Africa, the alga's rapid proliferation has been met with what some experts deem a too slow response from authorities. Professor Juan José Vergara of the University of Cádiz emphasizes the crucial importance of early intervention in such invasions, likening it to early cancer detection, a strategy that, regrettably, has not been effectively implemented in this case. He stresses that the visible seaweed on the beaches is merely a fraction of the immense underwater infestation, highlighting the sheer scale of the problem. While some seaweed invasions have seen a natural reversion after 10 to 15 years, scientists express concern over the unprecedented magnitude of this event, leaving the long-term consequences uncertain. The economic impact is severe, significantly affecting tourism in Cádiz and Tarifa, a renowned windsurfing destination. The seaweed is entangling fishing nets and lines, hampering fishing operations and depleting oxygen levels in the water. The substantial cost of seaweed removal adds further strain on taxpayers. Perhaps the most alarming consequence is the devastating effect on biodiversity. At La Caleta Beach, native plant life has been virtually eradicated by the aggressive alga. The long-term effects of this displacement remain unclear, raising serious concerns about irreversible damage to the local ecosystem. The alga's tenacious grip on rocks and its free-floating nature allow it to outcompete native seaweed species, establishing dominance. The absence of natural predators, coupled with its remarkable capacity for both sexual and asexual reproduction, and its ability to absorb toxins, renders it virtually impossible to eradicate. Currently, the removed seaweed is disposed of in landfills, a costly and environmentally questionable solution. A local business has proposed utilizing the alga as biomass for energy production or in the creation of drinks containers and fertilizer, offering a potential avenue for recycling. However, Spanish law on invasive species restricts the commercial exploitation of such organisms unless they pose a direct threat to health and safety or their eradication is directly facilitated. This regulatory hurdle presents a significant challenge to the implementation of this potentially beneficial solution. This week, the Andalusian government announced a four-pronged plan to tackle the crisis, focusing on research, monitoring, education, and exploring options for seaweed recycling. The plan necessitates negotiations with the Spanish Ministry of Environment to utilize the seaweed as biomass, a process that, even if successful, is acknowledged by experts as only a partial solution to the massive problem at hand.